Sacred music has a way of stopping time, and I've heard that this piece is absolutely haunting. As a vocal coach, I want to know, how do these ancient vocal techniques carry so much emotion in a modern recording? Press the gear to turn on the captions in your language, and let's find out. It hits you. It is so haunting. I think we're actually just getting the natural reverb of the space. That's actually what reverb is. It is how sound bounces around a space, and we often reproduce that through computers. Now, what are we actually hearing here? It is so spacious because we've got this beautiful flute-like haunting voice on the top, and then a big old gap between her and these really low bass singers. For the most part, they're singing a drone, or what is called in this scenario an aizon, and that is just a big long held note. You might notice that they're all breathing at different times. That's really important. They want that drone to sound consistent, so everyone staggers their breath so that it sounds like one long note. Why do they sound so dark and warm? Can you see the mouth shape that they're creating? It's like this. Ooh, ah. Now, of course, they seem like they're also probably baritones and basses, lower singers, but that mouth shape warms the sound. You can try that yourself. If you do it might be quite bright. If you move it into that shape, it should sound really warm like that, and that can be used in all styles of music. I want to listen to what she's doing because there's a lot of special singing going on there. I was listening out because one of the things that I have heard is that there isn't much vibrato normally used in Byzantine chants, and this is because a steady tone is meant to represent divinity, although she is allowing it in tiny, tiny little moments after some of that ornamentation, as if it's a reflection of that ornamentation. It's beautiful because you have the steadiness of the tones underneath, and then also her tone is pure. It sails and floats above with these beautiful intricacies. It feels ornate. Didn't expect it to go there. There's there's a little kind of skip that everyone is doing. Ah. It's really subtle, but it also reminds me of a lot of nature, and that sort of ornament is in a lot of traditional music, especially stuff that is influenced by nature, like kulning, which is a Swedish folk style of music, in Scottish folk music, even in Mexican music, all around the world. Ah, it reminds me of birds. I think some of them. I was wondering there if there's some microtones in there, which are the notes in between the notes. Now, when you hear a note, you are actually hearing a frequency. And of course, frequency is not dependent on the notes that we play on the piano. So you could sing anything in between those notes. So if I went between a C and a C sharp, now, what I actually think is happening is in a lot of our major and minor Western scales, they are based on a fixed piano tuning system. And because we have to change key, it means that actually some of the notes are out of tune. There's a great video explaining this by David Bennett as to why pianos are always out of tune. But in singing, we're a little bit more flexible. We don't have to hit specific notes, so we can adjust and do something called just tuning. And this is basically tuning to maths, making exact intervals the exact same in between each note. These perfect intervals make the sound of the music very, very pure, and this sounds pretty pure to me. It can't be the reverb from the room because they don't have a roof because there's sunlight coming down. I was fooled until I saw the sunlight. I'm like smiling and want to cry at the same time. Why does her voice sound different than theirs? Well, of course they're singing in different ranges, but I also want you to look at her mouth shape in comparison to the men's. Hers is a little bit more of a half moon shape. And This wider shape is making it a little bit brighter, a little bit more direct, and it means her voice cuts through all this lower bass singing. She also has this fantastic way of moving up into her head voice. So she's moving very smoothly from her chest voice through a mix up to head voice, so you can't feel or hear where that break in her voice is. And many of us will find in the middle between our head voice, this sound, and our chest voice where we speak, there's a little kind of crack that takes a little bit of work to make this smooth, very smooth. So complex. Why does music in a language that I can't understand sound so emotional and so moving? And although I am completely intellectualizing it here for this video, if I was sitting here listening to it by myself, I think that this would completely be able to bypass the intellect, and that is what it is for. It is there to be beautiful, to let the logical part of your brain rest, and to allow you to get into that meditation. Notice how the melody line is only one melody line. Byzantine chants are known for being monophonic, which just means everyone sings the same thing at the same time. It's about the group having that prayer together. Whatever your belief, sacred music reminds me that the human voice is not just about technique. It is about connection, about history, and about something far bigger than us. If you like this, then you might like some of these. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
Bye.